What up, what up, what up? Welcome to 106.3 WRFZLP Rochester FreeRadio.com. We are here with Katrina Lee, Beyond the Pole Radio. Unfortunately, our fearless leader is in the hospital right now. The people of U of R are taking real good care of her. So we got a couple special guests. We got Dawn Marie, as always, from ForePlayBuzz.com. And we got a very good friend of mine, cohort, all-around creative entrepreneur person, Philip Montgomery from Miracle Flow. What's going on, Philly? How you doing tonight?
How's it going? Just glad to be here. It's an honor, long-time listener, first-time caller.
What's going on? All right, we got a couple more people coming through. I heard we got a comedian coming by later tonight. Cindy's in the house, producer. Gary, I called you Jerry. My bad, homie. Don't play any crappy music now. I'm sorry. I apologize. So we got a bunch of great stuff going on. First of all, Philly, what's going on, man? How you been?
Just been hanging out, staying out of the streets,
So,
you know how it goes. A lot of projects for me. It's a busy time of year for me as far as like what I'm doing work-wise and everything. And
people have no idea what that actually entails. So Philly and I go back probably about 15 years. I was throwing club parties to a bunch of clubs and whatnot, and I heard about this dude throwing like more exclusive, like intimate, like but just as sexy parties. I was like, who is this person? And so we set up a meeting, saw some of his work, and after that, it's history. Philly and I have been working together for years and years. I didn't do a party with a theme that Philly did not put decor on or put a creative touch on pretty much in the last 15 years. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, God, don't date us. So basically what I do is, I'm a creative consultant, freelance event coordinator, and kind of themed creative decor.
So creative consultant, what is that?
Obviously with that, I gave it a broad scope so I can just kind of make it up as I go. But I kind of try to touch base on a lot of different creative mediums as far as like theme displays, like in the end of for photo shoots or music videos or, backdrops for, stages or that kind of thing.
You're being modest. You're being modest. So you did something with the Migos. So exactly what did you do with the Migos? Because I saw this all over the place, and I thought it was just cool as hell. It's something that your guidance counselor doesn't tell you as a job. It's something that nobody ever tells you can do. But if you have the right mindset, and you're one of those few people that actually do have that mindset, I respect your creativity. Probably above almost anybody else's in Rochester. I feel like you are one of those people. When I do anything, he's always one of my top 3 phone calls. Like, yo, Philly, what do you think about this? Even if we're not working together, it's like, yo, homie, what do you got? Throw your spin on it. So,
I think I want to be him when I grow up.
Yo, me too.
I wish.
So, creative consultant. So, what did you do for the Migos? Let's start there. This is pretty cool.
So for that one, obviously great local promoters that were doing an event. They bring them all the time, and it was a couple shows they've done here. But as far as what I do, I kind of do where the creative consulting comes in. We kind of came up with something cool. How can we get the client's logo in their hands, and how can we kind of do more and treat the artist better as far as like being on the promoter, and what can we do to kind of throw it over the top. So they hired me to make custom double cup styrofoam cups for them. So I got to do cups for Takeoff, Offset, Quavo, and kind of staged their dressing room when they were here, which was kind of a cool experience. And getting to be in that 10-foot circle of those guys is absolutely unreal and has quite a aura about them. But it's just like a small part of what I do. I've gotten to work with some other really cool people.
So hold on, you're telling me you got paid to design custom cups for some of the biggest hip hop artists on the planet, and then design their dressing room. This is a job.
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten to do like custom cups and stuff, and like staging dressing rooms and like custom trays for like Fabo. That would be fabulous for our older listeners.
Fabulous. Yo.
Jadakiss.
FABOLO. Yo, that shit. That's always.
Yeah, obviously, that was just kind of the one, but that's not
always
just what I do.
Head.
It's just it kind of depends. Like for instance, this week and this month, I'm doing a lot of like holiday decor displays from everywhere, from bars to restaurants to even people's personal displays, for different brands.
So let's put the face to the name here. So now when people see, they walk on East Avenue, they walk into a bar, or they've walked into a bar in the last 10 years, chances are if you're seeing some kind of Christmas decorations, it's this dude that came up with it, this dude that put it together.
Yeah, I mean, that's very true. I've been really lucky that I have a ton of clients in the, the area that, are places people have heard of now that I'm, older and more established and stuff. I'm not in nightclub basements waiting to hopefully get paid,
Yo, those were some good times, though. Those were some fantastic, dirty, awesome times.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like Oz was talking about, we met a few years ago. I was kind of doing my own theme private parties. I was only 21 at the time, so I wasn't really, established in the club, didn't really know anybody. And I was just kind of doing my own thing, doing like private boat parties or renting out houses and, bringing in DJs and throwing these events. And it's just kind of like, the club owner Oz was working for at the time was like, yo, this kid could potentially be costing us money. Maybe it'd be easier to just kind of bring him in. And I met Oz, and he was like, yo, let's do this. And then just kind of got lost doing the downtown club thing for a few years, like many, many people did. But, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't there. So, here
and you know what? Shout out to Ronnie Davis. Shout out to Mike Wood. Shout out to all those dudes that were downtown. I don't care who hates on them. Those guys were fantastic, and they ran stuff amazingly. Downtown has never been the same since that group of people has gone.
Yeah, I mean, obviously downtown's always changing and evolving, and there's so many great bars that are an institution now. But that whole kind of era of grandeur, I think anyone will tell you, there's not as many people that go to East Ave as they used to. But
not even close, dude. I walked there on a Thursday night, and there was crickets. Places were closed. There was a line around the street, down the corner by Cam's. You remember how crazy that was?
Well, yeah, absolutely, and I think that was obviously part of the time and everything. But now it's kind of got more of that restaurant vibe, and they're trying to give it more kind of a high-end spin and less of a obnoxious everybody put your hands in the air.
Yo, Mike Wood said he paid. He was like, I'm paid. What up, Mike Wood?
Oh, yeah, he's probably trying to get an endorsement deal out of this. Actually, Mike, if you're listening, I need you to help me because I got some stuff I need to list on Amazon.
Mike, Amazon, Philly needs you. No doubt. All right, so we're reminiscing of the past a little bit. So tell me one of your craziest memories of being downtown that included us.
Oh, man.
What do you know? I know we had a balloon theme where we had the guy that did, like, what is it, Oprah Winfrey or Phil, what is his name? Dr. Phil. He did his show. Some famous dude came in and do, like, balloon people.
Oh, yeah. I convinced him we should have like a circus party and
Cirque de Heat.
Yeah, believe it or not, actually, that balloon artist is like huge, like internationally known. He actually works out of this very building we're in, by the way.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No way.
It's called Aragami. Shout out to him. I want to say it's Randy Moss. Don't quote me on that. It's Moss. A really cool guy. Check out his balloon stuff. They're like insane, like two-story lifestyle.
He had trapeze balloon people, and he had like people on bicycles.
Spent like probably like $3,000 they let me spend on balloons.
Yo.
And for me at that point, the career, it was always like just trying to see how far I could get away with, like, what is this client gonna let me buy? Like,
yeah, for sure. Like,
for Christmas decorations, I was like, yo, I think we can't do a Christmas tree lighting ceremony if you don't let me put in a 15-foot Christmas tree.
And we need a crane.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we almost got the boat on top of the deck of Heat?
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot. It was more just like for me, it was always seeing like what I could get away with on the company card,
Absolutely.
And trying to push these kind of, crazy ideas that weren't so crazy, moving jet skis into nightclubs but we've gotten to have a lot of cool experiences, stuff, parties that didn't go well. Everyone lost money or, we made a mess or absolutely destroyed something.
Or all three. Like, do you remember when the mayor's office called us for Twisted Elegance?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was my favorite.
Yo, my God.
That was such a... that was a really good experience. Just going down there and getting called. I mean, probably one of my favorite things. I gotta say honestly, in this story, shout out to Mayor Duffy because he honestly was one of the few people that changed my opinions of politics in the city. Because I remember I kind of walked out of the meeting early and I ended up getting into a meeting with him
ran into him in the elevator.
Like, and he's like, "What would make you think you could have a cheetah downtown?"
It's a cheetah. Who doesn't want a cheetah at a party? I mean, it's a cheetah.
Yeah. I remember being like, "Yo, we got the permit. We have everything we need. The cheetah's legit. Like, can you help us out?" And within a couple hours, we had gotten a call from one of the local hotels. I think it was the Strath Allen.
The Strath. Yeah, we're eating lunch there. We're eating
like,
lunch.
Hey, we can offer you this. The mayor's office.
Joe Sirianni.
Yeah.
Joe Sirianni. Yeah.
Couldn't have been. And that's one of those things that the city of Rochester, the city where we're broadcasting out, they sometimes they'll help you out. It's a pretty good structure, in the city.
Yo, I remember all of us sitting around a table with all the city officials, just nervous as hell, and they have pages upon pages of our Facebooks printed out to like things we said. They have the news articles that we're in. They're like, wait, a cheetah, a bear cat, a python, an alligator. Just snake, just random things like these wild animals at a party. We were trying to get people married, and we had a mechanical bull, and it was at a historic landmark Remember that was the problem. It was at a historic landmark. We could have it at the historic landmark.
One of the issues. Yeah, yeah, we faced a lot of adversity. I mean, that was a great party, but God, oh man, what was that? Probably close to 10 years ago now at this point.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was.
It's been quite a long ride.
Some of these things sound pretty epic.
Oh, yeah, dude, it was crazy.
Some of these things, it's as scary as it is, we actually have pictures to prove some of these horrible stories.
We have the cover of the Insider magazine for that one to prove that one.
Yeah.
That's how the city found out. They're like, you guys are on the cover of the DNC's Insider.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the party sold out in like a couple hours or something like that. You know what I mean? It was really cool. We were really lucky to be able to get away with some of the things we were doing at that time frame.
So are you still doing stuff here locally?
So a lot of what I do is locally. I'm really lucky that I get to kind of travel around and do more now, both with my event coordination business, and then I also have a shampoo brand, that I work with, and so that's part of what I do. So in between here and there, a lot of what I do is based, sometimes I'm flying down to like Ocean City, sometimes I do proms and stuff down there in that area.
Which Ocean City?
The good one in Maryland.
Ocean City, Maryland.
Yeah.
I love that place.
Oh, it's the best. Shout out to Secrets. If there's any OC listeners there, that's a special place. I get to kind of travel and do different things that I really like. I'm doing more with like music festivals and stuff now because those require so much planning and preparation and stuff like that. So, just kind of bouncing around, and that's why I don't really brand myself as an event planner because
it's so narrow.
Right. I'm really lucky that I get to kind of put in my creative sense on everything from music videos or event planning
to tickets to
right. I even do weddings if it's the right client, the right person, and it's a good fit. I do the big like $50,000-$60,000 weddings.
Do you remember when we put a wedding in heat and we dressed the stripper pole up as a Roman column?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There was a stripper pole in stage, and we got the fake foam Roman columns put around it, and it looked so classy. It's so
one of those
sexy.
Like old timey things with like the linen around it, like wrapped around it. It looked really classy. Like, and then we put a buffet around like the base of it, and I would never recommend eating that food, but like obviously people did. It's classy. 24
hours ago there was like 30 drunken females.
Yeah, if you run out a whole nightclub for your wedding, that's a baller move.
For sure.
You're obviously going to do it up pretty big.
Yeah, it was for Kenny's wedding. Kenny and Veronica.
Yeah. Awesome people.
Great people. Love them both. They have a beautiful little baby. I think they have another one. They have two.
Beautiful little. Yeah. So there's still a lot of like current stuff that I get to do, and
tell me about this Miracle Flow thing. Miracle Flow. What is Miracle Flow? So you said it's a shampoo, right?
Yeah. So basically, what it is it's a shampoo for guys with just long hair, just majestic flowing locks. Like it's kind of a fun, obnoxious thing. We target mainly like hockey players, lacrosse players, baseball players, a lot of like musicians, just people that have long hair and flow,
luxurious hair.
Yeah, just you know what I mean.
Hey,
just
girls like luxurious male
they
hair.
love it. Chicks dig the flow. 9 times out of 10.
I can't. I have to agree.
Yeah, so it was just kind of something that me and a buddy just kind of came up with the idea. Saw kind of a hole in the marketplace and just said, "Hey, let's take this over and see if we can't make this work." And
rock on.
We're about 2 years into it, and we have a lot of different notable people using our shampoo. We got some really cool endorsement deals and stuff, and we're just kind of building steam and trucking into this next year.
So who do you got? Endorsement deals. Tell me about it. Who's your type to endorse? Who do you got? Yeah, drop the names, Philly Blunt. Who do we got? Who endorse? Who's endorsing you?
On here? I would say probably the biggest. It all depends, like what frame of what you're into, who the biggest person is. But we have some really cool people. I don't know if you're familiar with Riff Raff, Mr. Jody High Roller.
Oh boy, yeah. Listen, I remember
syrup in the soda.
You went as him to a Halloween party. It was Mark's birthday party, or was it Halloween? I think it was a combination.
God, that's a series of stories in itself. But I did.
Sounds like you should start writing a book.
Yeah, listen, man, I went as his manager. And people were fully I had like the clipboard pushing people out the way, like they were convinced that this dude was Riff Raff.
It honestly, like it got to the point where like I had to leave a club, but I mean, obviously I'm sure we could show the picture later on, but I put so much effort into this costume. I had cornrows and like it was quite a show, but yeah.
It looked fully legit. So you got Jody High Roller.
Syrup in the soda. He was one of those dudes where he's constantly changing. So I think he's doing a country album now called Truck Stuff, doing a Dale D'Antoni type thing.
What's that? What's Dale D'Antoni?
That's gonna be, how he changed from Riff Raff to Jody High Roller. He's always making all these new names.
Oh, okay.
So he's doing a country music album. You know what I mean? Because that's
really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, and obviously they're gonna let him do whatever the hell he wants
Right.
anyway. So why not do what they want?
He moves units. Why wouldn't
Yeah, so he chopped his hair into a mullet, and so we hit him up, and we're like, dude, you're never going to win a CMA award with a greasy mullet. Like, let's get involved. And so, his whole team is just awesome. He's creative and fun. So, we just kind of, boom, we did a shampoo deal with him. So he's one of the dudes. We got a few, like a few D1 athletes that, use our products and stuff. They obviously, they buy it because we can't. They're D1, so we can't, give them free stuff.
So I know that there's a thing with hockey and hair. People don't understand this, and I didn't know this until you explained it to me. That there's a contest or something, right?
And jelly. Yeah. So one of the things that we sponsor, the state of Minnesota is unreal as far as Minnesota getting Minnesota.
Shout out to Minnesota. Where you at?
Yeah, beautiful little town. So, their high school hockey is so insane that, how we have sectionals here where they do it over the course of a couple weeks. Their high school hockey is so insane that they do it all kind of in one weekend at the XL Center where all the NHL players play. And it kind of turned into this. They did this thing called the all hair team, where
the all hair team,
and it just kind of turned into this crazy competition of who can have the most obnoxious hair. And so it kind of steamrolled from there, and it just they're just synonymous. And so we kind of just came up with this product, and it's real obnoxious. We target towards guys. It's guy style branding, just long obnoxious hair, and yeah, it's just a fun little niche thing, and we keep it fun, and
that's one of the things I like about you. You found something that you wanted to do. And it goes to it's like Eileen. I went to Arlene's Costumes.
Oh, I love that place.
Oh, you can just get lost in there.
Hell yeah, and but not everybody thinks like that. But Arlene, you got to think about who this lady is. She went to something that's completely fantasy, something that it wasn't a reality,
Brilliant.
and she created.
And this
her
lady's
living.
she's I don't want to age her, but she's a
It's been
wonderful
around a
older lady.
long
Yeah,
time.
and she is just still in the game.
I took a selfie with her. I was like, Arlene, you don't understand. Coming here, she gets transported to somewhere different.
She's one of those ladies that I bet, if you got in the store, she'd be like, I did Ronald Reagan's Halloween costume for Halloween 1981 at the White House.
I thought you were going to say I did Ronald Reagan.
Yeah,
no.
She. I was thinking it's going that way too.
I mean, she was probably in that circle, but
she
Too
was
classy.
going under
Too
some,
classy for that.
of course.
She was going through some medical issues, so I hope she feels better soon. Arlene, I happened to be in on a day that she was in, and I fanboyed so hard. I was like, "Oh my God, Arlene! I love
just
what you do."
They're such a good local business. I just want to make sure everybody knows they are open year round. It's not a one-trick Halloween pony.
Right.
They're there year round if you want to be.
Yeah, I grew up right down the road from them, and I remember back when they were up on Culver Road.
Yeah.
That place was I don't know. It was like walking into this magical hut.
Yeah, absolutely. And they got,
so
it doesn't matter
cool.
what the cost. If you go in there and be like, I want to be a half Easter Bunny, half pirate, they're like, yeah, come
They'll
on back,
help
we got you.
I dressed up as Jack Sparrow. I was in there. I was like, "All right, Jack Sparrow." And then I threw on a
Oh my
space
God, I
helmet
bet
with
that
Santa
was great.
Claus.
Yeah, and what's cool is they have this whole discount, where costumes have been there too long, or they're just, and you can go in there and be like, all right, $35, here's a used Easter Bunny costume, do what you want with it. We're not asking questions,
That's awesome.
Yeah, I ended up there. Funny random thing that I ended up doing. My boy Justin, he's part of an improv team, and I joined this improv team with
I bet you're great at
Chris
that.
Goodnews.
Oh yeah,
Carlo,
he's a
fantastic
beautiful
photographer, totally talented.
He's a
He's
beautiful
doing
photographer.
Rent a Ride right now. Awesome. It's gonna be a hilarious movie.
I did some of the lighting, not a big deal.
You do lighting as well. Yes, we know. Anything that you could possibly do that's creative. He's like, yeah, I'll do it.
Triple
I'll
threat,
try.
baby. I sing, I dance. I'm an ordained minister, so I can throw your wedding,
Me
marry
too.
you. Yeah, it's so awesome. It's so awesome being an
Love
ordained
doing
and just
it.
blessing these kids today.
Yeah.
Right?
I have my ordained ministry from the Church of the Dude.
Church of the Dude. I'm Universal
kidding.
Church of Life.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
We're
Nice.
siblings, I think, or something
right?
like that.
Dope.
You know what's cool is they are the place that certified The Rock and ordained
No kidding.
Stephen Colbert, I believe. Not a big deal again.
Wow.
So it's
Sure it is.
pretty legit.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
You know
insane.
what? The funny thing is, I actually remember reading everything that they sent before I actually signed up, and I was like, "All right, I can get behind this because
Did
it's
you
not
splurge
just
the extra
baloney."
$6 for the leather case for your diploma.
I don't think I did. I think I splurged on the, I don't know, all of the CD or there was extra stuff
Oh,
that
the
I
extra little
splurged
card that
on.
you just whip out like the Men in Black.
Yes,
and,
I have that in my wallet
that
as
makes
we
sense.
speak.
Fire. Yo, let me see the card. Let me get one.
Slam it on the glass right now.
Yeah, please, boom.
I'm
Bust
looking
out.
for it. Hang on.
All right, so I'm sorry. Where were we? We went through what you do. We went through some of your people that are sponsors. hair, what they do in Minnesota, how cool that is.
Yeah. I mean,
I think
there's a lot of cool people.
No doubt. I think it's a good time to cut into break. What do you guys think back there?
Yeah, I think a break
right.
is a
Sing
pretty good
us
idea.
a
But
song.
we'll get what we got some music on getting ready here.
We got
The next song we're
106.3.
playing, I actually wrote, by the way. So.
Did you?
Yep.
Are you sure about
Please
that?
credit me.
Yeah, it's 106.3, RochesterFreeRadio.com, WRFZ LP Rochester. Big shout out to Katrina Lee Beyond the Pole Radio.
Hey,
She's not here. Feel
Katrina.
better. Come back to us. We miss you.
We'll talk to her.
Can we do a call-in?
I think we're gonna do
Can
that.
we do a radio show from the hospital?
Well,
She's done
I
from
don't
prison.
know.
She's done it from prison. She
We
has
might
to
be
be able
able
to do it
to
from
do
hospital.
that. Who knows?
Awesome.
Well, let's
All right.
hope she's out and here with us next week.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's play some
What do you
music for these
think? You
people. 106.3 Beyond the Pole Radio, WRFZLP Rochester, freeradio.com. Oh, she busted out her clergy card. There it is.
That is looking pretty official. It's laminated, folks, for those that can't
It
see
is
it.
oh, wow, that's
It is
fire.
definitely laminated.
Cool.
Yep.
Oh, let me see this.
Yeah.
Universal Life Church clergy.
They don't just give those things out, folks.
Hereof is ordained by the Universal. You are legit. It's got holograms on it and everything. All right, next up, she's been on hold for half an hour. We've got Dawn Marie from fourplaydoes.com with her toy of the week. What's going on, Dawn? How are you tonight?
Good. How are you, sweetie?
Fine, thank you. We miss hearing your voice. I'm sad I have to wait till every Thursday to hear from you.
Well, I got to get out there. I'm going to Cabo's next week, so I'll go. I'll have to come out there soon, though.
Very cool. Well, you're going to Cabo with your daughter, right?
Yes, we need a vacation.
That's
and
understandable.
It's so fun sitting next to her on the beach. She's a Victoria's Secret model, and I look like the fat friend at the beach.
Oh, Dawn, you're gorgeous.
Thank you, honey. But next to her, I literally look like a troll.
Oh, my God. Your daughter is beautiful, but I would never call you a troll, Dawn. You're beautiful. And always remember, experience is paramount.
All right, guys. Today's toy of the week is brand new. I just added it to the catalog because it's one of my favorite. It's a clitoral pumping system. Put a little one on your clit, and it literally pumps it up. So you know when your partner goes down on you and sucks on your clitoris, it actually stimulates that. It feels the same.
Is it energy efficient?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
It can be detached easily, leaving your clitoris or nipple suction in a cylinder. It's really kind of a very cool sensation if you've never had it done, and it does have a release valve, so
For
nothing.
safety.
Yeah, you don't want to blow something off.
I'm seeing like a turbo exhaust valve, like
Probably sounds like a Toyota Supra.
that's Dawn's personal collection. She's got the turbo diesel powered ones in her drawer.
That's hilarious.
The Foreplay Buzz also has the special right now, where you're bringing me a toy for a tot, which is children in need. They're from the working poor population, and I'm collecting for 3 Buffalo Public Schools.
That was quite a segue, by the way.
Yeah,
Well,
Quite a segue.
that's great.
Thank you. If you bring a toy for a tot to any strip club that Katrina's at, she has my toys to give out, and you'll get a free toy for your twat.
Toys
That's
for
hilarious.
tots, and then you get a toy for your twats. There we are. Foreplaybuzz.com. Don, that is an amazing way to take care of people that are actually working
That's
hard
great.
but can't, really
That's my
afford the
goal, is
extras.
for people who actually get up in the morning, go to their job,
Yeah.
even if it's whatever, a job that's maybe not their dream job. Tim
Right.
Hortons, McDonald's, Delta Sonic.
Sure.
It may not be their dream job, but you know what? There's so much pride in a job well done and working and showing your children work ethic that I want to reward people like that.
That's fantastic.
That's so cool. There's not enough of that, man. That's such a cool thing that I think should be
There's no
carried out
other
even further.
charity Oz that I know of that does this.
I think
There's
anybody
no one
that
else
does-
that I know of. I mean, there might be that I know of that does this. I mean, everybody helps people
One way or
who already
another.
receive help.
Yeah.
This is for people like you or I who get up in the morning, we go to work, our car breaks, there's a $600 bill. Your kid's birthday, there's a $300 bill. Well, now you have a choice between working or giving your kid a nice Christmas. Or paying your mortgage and giving your kid a nice Christmas. Those are the people that I'm after.
That's awesome. Funny story. My engine blew, so my car is shot. And then on top of that, my kid's birthday and Christmas, all within 2 weeks, coming up here. My son's birthday is in like 4 days. Christmas is 2 weeks after that. And I got 2 tickets on my way here. I got a
think
cell
he's trying
phone
to get
ticket
some
on the
free
way here.
toys.
How do they give you a cell phone ticket?
Because I was using Google Maps on how to drive here because my My memory is just
Well,
terrible.
that doesn't count. That's GPS. That's not using your cell phone. I would argue that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna, but he was pretty decent about it. He didn't pull me out the car, tow everything, and then beat the snot out of me. So I'll take that.
Are you serious? You call that decent us?
Yes.
What does that say?
My
about
history's
our-
a little peppered.
Oh my God, you're so silly. So anyway, yeah, bring a toy. It helps charity. Also, I have my special going. If you join my company and you want to be a consultant, or you just want to get the toys, we have a $400 kit right now for $99. And
That's
a great
dope.
gift. Yeah, it's good for somebody you love or even somebody you hate. It's just a nice.
So how
gift.
does somebody get in touch with you if they're interested in doing that?
PlayBuzz.com.
Awesome. Well, Don,
Can you
thank
say that
very
one more
much.
time, Don?
I can't hear Katrina either because she's in
This
the
is-
hospital and
oh.
we're not connected right now. But can you tell her I love her and get well?
Definitely will. Definitely,
Dawn.
definitely will. She's
Nice
watching
talking.
the live.
Is she leaving?
Have a great night. Merry Christmas.
All right, definitely. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Don. Thank you again. That's 4playbuzz.com. She's doing $99 for a $400 box.
Happy Hanukkah.
Oh, Happy Hanukkah for sure.
Oh yeah. Hello and welcome back.
What happened to all our disclaimers? Are we good? We good? Welcome back.
That was like Dave. I think Dave was sticking him out a lot. I don't know. I think we behaved, and now they don't hate us.
It took a good month. Well, welcome back to Beyond the Pole Radio with Katrina Lee. We got her on the phone right now. She's calling in from the hospital. She actually didn't have a pulse in her leg, which is really showed me a picture of it. It was terrible. It was a hole like this big with put your thumb in it. Damn it, Gary! There's not supposed to be music playing.
We were just giving Gary praise for doing a
Damn
good
it,
job
Gary.
too.
We're taking it back. It's over.
Man.
Stan, what up, homie? Wow, jeez. All right, so Katrina, what's going on? When are you coming back? How you feeling? Don says Happy Holidays, Hanukkah, and all that good stuff. Allie, what up? She's watching. Jerry, what's going on?
Yeah, it was so crazy. So I was in a car accident October 7th on my way down to Florida and Virginia, and I literally went through a fence, and then I hit a tree, and then I went airbound, and I hit a tractor, and then the car rolled over into a barn, and the airbags hit my leg and blasted shrapnel in it, and I started on fire.
Huh.
This really happened. So
You don't do anything halfway, do you?
Philly said this like in confidence. He goes, "That's definitely stripper problems."
I destroyed the car, obviously, and then I had out-of-state insurance, and they were trying to put through the car insurance. And it was a community hospital in the middle of nowhere, so they didn't do good medical treatment. I was only in there for a little bit, and then they put me on a Greyhound bus down to Florida. So I got down there, but when I was there, then my foot turned black, and then I had no pulse yet again, and I ended up in Tampa General Hospital, and then I ended up going home after they released me after 4 hours because the same insurance thing, because it's all like a money grab. So I went back to my normal doctor, and everyone said it looked good, and it was healing. I thought I had cracked ribs,
They
broken
lied.
tailbone. I was just
It looked like crap. It looked horrible. I seen it. I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah, it was bad, and I'm nothing I could do. So I'm bucking it up and dealing with that. I even went back to dancing a week later. I don't even know why. I was
By
just
the
so
way-
bored.
You're a real trooper.
Katrina, George from the show before yours, he said hi and he wishes
Yeah.
you well and hopes you get better soon.
Yeah, I appreciate how he gave me that scar thing,
so
and it was
awesome.
great. And I was using it, and so it was going well. And I don't know what happened. I just woke up at 7 a.m. and my leg was double the size. It was really red, and it was just so excruciating painful. It was crazy. So I thought I could just get an antibiotic, and so I go to my doctor. My doctor's like, "No, you need to go to the hospital right now." And then
And you didn't.
then there's no pulse, so they
For our
rushed me in,
non-medical
and they
listener,
wouldn't
a
let me
pulse is
leave.
Very important. Very important.
You need a
For
pulse.
the non-medical
Yes.
listener.
Yeah, so there was this serious fear for 2 days I was going to lose my leg, and they even drew, and they're like, if it expands past this too far, we have to, so it doesn't go up to your heart. And so it actually started expanding past it, so they put me on this vancomycin or something. It's an antibiotic
Some kind of cycle.
that is generic. Yeah. And that everyone uses, it's the one, the top, and it's the IV one, and I'm allergic to penicillin and a lot of antibiotics.
Yes.
So oh God,
Of course you are.
of course,
That's not a
so
stripper
lucky.
problem. I heard strippers are good with penicillin.
So I'm like, oh, this is great. So then I thought I could leave. Now I'm stuck for days, but the food here is great. There's a full menu, and you can order whatever you want, whenever you want.
Yeah, I
She's good.
saw the stuff you were posting. I was like, what kind of hospital is she in right now? That food looks great.
I went to a good hospital in the suburbs.
I'm in Rochester. Oh.
The hospitals in Rochester are really rough. I made sure I didn't go somewhere like that because when I went to Highland, it was so crowded. There's all these people fighting. It was and then it was so overcrowded. Like that, I was in a chair in the hallway, so I couldn't have like visitors. And there was this girl next to me, and she was in there because she had all these STDs and didn't take care of herself. And literally, like, it was a cesspool. And I'm like, get me out of here.
Her chooch was falling off.
Yeah, I was like, ew.
God.
I was like terrified. So I'm like, in here it's not bad. I'm in like the best hospital you could be in. It's like, you know, where it's like in the Pittsford area of Buffalo.
Ooh.
Oh, fancy.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Hey, take your gratitude where you can get it, you know?
Exactly. And then, so my friends were in other hospitals. They're like, it wasn't like this.
Yeah.
I'm smart. I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, what part did you know you were doing when you were flipping the car, when you were hitting the barn, when you were setting the fire, or when you were going through the fence? What part of that were you knowing what you were doing here?
I don't remember any of it. Yeah, that accident was a nightmare. I released some horses, too.
You know, at least something good came of it. Go free, horses!
Yeah,
They had a
well,
nice
I
adventure.
mean, free the horses, but I'm in a big class action lawsuit because it was the Takata airbags that they recalled in the cars, and it blasted the shrapnel into my leg, and then that's what it's known for. So I probably would have started on fire if that happened.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Because it's just my leg that started on fire, so they would cut off my clothes and everything. It was a nightmare. They said it's the worst car accident they ever saw. Which, I mean, it was really, they said it was like a movie, but there's no pictures or anything because there's two older farmers and they're like terrified running away.
Oh, my God.
Well, you gotta assume it's the
They thought I
worst
was
thing they
gonna
saw.
hit 'em.
It was you in a town of like 300 people.
Of course it is.
You know,
In a dirt road.
Oh, my goodness.
And then there's nothing. Obviously, there's no Uber, there's no cabs. There really wasn't like hotels. And the only thing I could catch in the closest airport was over 2 hours away, and that was in Bristol, Tennessee. So, I mean, I
Of course
literally
you're in
was like, I guess
Tennessee.
Greyhound's the option. So they rushed me over there, and it was like I had no pain pills or anything because I was going to be late for it. So I didn't get to go to the pharmacy, so I had to buck it up completely. And
You'd
there's
think in a
always
town like that, they would call the pharmacist and he'd walk to his place.
Yeah,
and lock
yeah.
it
help
door.
me.
he
you know,
takes his
so
covered
nice
buggy
person.
over.
Yeah.
You know, so I get down there, and
Brushes his
I'm like desperate, and I'm like, oh God, there's got to be some drug addict or someone in here who has pills or something. And I'm like asking everyone. No, everyone had meth.
Jesus!
Great. The bus of everyone with meth, and I'm like, that's the last thing I need to be paid and up for 5 days or something.
Wait, did you do meth?
No.
Be honest, Katrina.
Yeah.
I'm just messing around. I'm messing around.
I know. It was like that was the opposite of what I needed.
When I picture
So
you
I
in a
get down
fire,
there, and I still never got pain pills, so I went through this whole process with no pain pills at all, and it was awful. So I was shocked how bad the leg hurt. So now I'm on pain medicine at least. So.
yeah, when I picture this fire, I imagine like sex toys and dildos on fire flying through there, like stripper clothes and
It
heels.
kind of was because
Yeah.
I was trying to multitask, and I'm like, I'm going to run a bunch of businesses at once. So I had the bridge in the car. I had a bunch of Alchemy shampoo stuff. I had adult toys and dancer clothing because I was like, I'm going to multitask and do all this shit down here and make money.
A heel stuck in the windshield. These poor farmers roll up on their buggies like, what in the Lord is...
And when they searched my car, they were
Oh,
like,
my God.
they had all these Hustler magazines because I was supposed to feature like their pictures.
They're
I'm
like, who
I
is
can't even
this girl?
imagine.
That's
Radio show
amazing.
flyers.
And then all like the Rochester, like... you
I
know,
reckon a demon just drove in through our town.
I know. Everyone was looking at me, and then so I like wake up.
Muriel,
and I'm
you gotta see
backboarded.
this.
I'm like backboarded with like a whole neck brace, and I was like, oh my God, where am I? It was like terrifying.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
yeah, I come home, no problems. Today I end up out here. Not today. I've been here for days. I'm hoping to leave tomorrow, but what happened is they never took care of me the right way because they were like rushing out, and it was a community hospital, and then because the whole insurance thing, so there ended up still being shrapnel embedded in my leg.
Oh, that's why it still looks
That's
like crap.
crazy.
That's why. So then that scab that was over it, that just wasn't going away, was stopping it from healing, so it needed to heal from the inside out.
Yeah.
So they had to like remove the whole thing. It was called de-roofing, and oh my god! And they had to use obviously anesthetic, and then they pull open, and you can stick your whole thumb inside my leg.
Yeah, thanks for that picture, by the way. I'm at work. I'm like,
Yeah, it was really gross. So actually, ironically, before this happened, the sexual chocolate Joe Camacho was posting this popping video, and I was like sitting there watching it. So when I find out that's gonna happen to me, I'm like, no.
Oh, I love
but it
those
was harder because I had no abscess, so there was no head, so you couldn't do anything.
Yeah. Like you had to. They probably don't
I
want
had
to
to dig out my leg to get the shrapnel, and I had to get like a CT scan, a Doppler, and all that stuff. And then now I have to get shots every 3 hours for like clots.
that
And
just
they put it in your stomach, and they forgot. Like I forgot to tell them that I still messed up from the seatbelt damage. Like you can't see it, but there's all these lumps inside, and she hit it. And oh my god, it hurt so bad.
well, there goes any.
And you know
semi
what?
that
Look
have
at.
for
I
the
just
next
gotta
week.
say, this is clearly you have not had a very good week, and yet
Year.
here you are being the professional, sounding cheerful, and like
That's 'cause
that's really awesome. You
She's
know?
higher than giraffe balls right now on pain meds.
No, but I'm one of those people who make the best of every situation.
Absolutely.
So I'm like a sound mind, and
Yeah,
I'm
for
like,
sure.
it's not really that bad right now. So
That's
I'm
my
like,
point. That's awesome.
get me out.
Not
So I've been
everybody knows
actually
how to do
working the
that.
whole time in the hospital.
Of course you are.
Of course.
In between
'Cause I don't
eating
know how to relax.
7-star gourmet meals, yes.
I think that's going to be, my new mantra. Whenever I hear you tell me anything, I'm going to be, of course it was.
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
So this is the best news. So this is the coolest part of my week. So we got the first doctor in Monroe County for the bridge. It's Dr. Cool. And it's at Henrietta. I'll
Dope,
share it on
man.
the page later where you can get it done. And we have the first patient in Monroe County is having the bridge put on. His name's John. And he's going to be getting it put on Saturday. So, and then it's going to be done in the 24th hour of opioid withdrawal because he had a whole bunch of stuff in his system. But then we're going to do the testimonials and be all over the news. So first it's going to start with Gates Recovery and the Gates Chief of Police because they paid for him to get the device on and they want the attention really bad. So they got to parade all over TV and try following them. And then I can't talk as much about the bridge because I'm the distributor. So they can talk more about it without having to watch everything they say.
Can I
So
ask
I
a
can't say it's
question?
this much or that, and then I can't talk about some of the test studies results, and I had to sign all these compliance forms. So,
Can I ask a question?
yeah.
Because I don't know a lot about it. As I've only recently been helping out and getting to know
Yeah.
you guys. What is?
I
what is
should
the
tell our
bridge?
listeners because they might not
Yeah,
know. So
what is
the
the
bridge is
What
an
is the bridge?
opioid withdrawal device that goes on your ear, and there's 3 cuts, and then it kind of looks like a hearing that goes on top. So if you go, there's a lot of YouTube videos, and I'm going to put it on Beyond the Pole on Facebook.
Great.
And what it does is it's kind of like acupuncture, and you're supposed to put it on the 18th hour to 24th hour because that's when all opioid withdrawal symptoms start. And it reduces all the COWS, which is all the symptoms like the anxiety, the nausea, the sweating, within literally 30 minutes.
Wow.
And it was proven 88% effective out of all the test studies. And the only reason it wasn't technically 100%, which is why I can't say some of the stuff on the news, is because some of the patients decided they'd rather use and they pulled it off.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Of
so
course.
I mean, it's incredible what it does. So eventually, there's gonna be a Suboxone implant that goes under your arm after it. So it'll be like the bridge to Suboxone, and then it releases it so you don't get addicted. It weans you off the Suboxone, which will be effective. It's not FDA approved yet, as long as you don't dig it out, so you can use.
That's fantastic.
So, and then you would stick with long-term treatment. So it's actually the best way to stick, long-term like meetings and stuff like that. It's honestly the best way to get off of it. And then, like, we are so ravaged with opioids and heroin and everything. So it's
love that
going to be incredible.
I love that it's based on such like ancient, theories
Yeah.
of the acupuncture. That's really cool.
Yeah, and we don't know exactly what it's going to do long term with some of this. Not that, but there's other things we could do with like traumatic brain injury and re-stimulating cells, but we're not at that point, obviously.
Yeah, I just read an
I'm in
article.
charge with my partner, and we're doing all the distribution. So we're going to all the doctors, and we had a hard time getting it set up at first. just because it was so new and it was hard to get the doctors because you can't really solicit. So I started attacking it from the ground up and having all the addicts ask and get me doctors. And then I started going to all the groups. So I went all over Western New York the past 2 weeks to all like the Horizons, Bryland, Opioid Court, and then I tackled everything in Monroe County. So we have him, and then they're helping us. We went to Save the Michaels, which is a big group out in Buffalo, and they're really strong with politics too. So they're going to get us a doctor. So we'll be announcing the Erie County doctor within 2 weeks.
That's
Sweet.
fantastic.
I just read an
I
article.
know who he is. I just can't release that
That's
yet.
so great. Yeah.
Yeah, I just read an article in Men's Health magazine. It's like the brain halo or something like that. It's this thing that sends electro pulses into your head. It's supposed to like supercharge your brain before you do work or go to the gym and something else.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing because it's just such a it sounds like such a crazy idea, but I'm not saying it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, it sounds so crazy because when I first started having issues and stuff in this court, I was talking to Michael Lohan about it. That's Lindsay Lohan's dad, and he's like all these addiction centers and like shuts them down. And he's really strong too, and he's helping me go to Albany. And he was talking about this cap, and it helped Lindsay, and it like kind of charged her brain. It was over in Europe, and that's what helped her get sober. And then I told my dad, and he's like, "Oh, stop! It's crazy." And I was like, "So I didn't know." And then all of a sudden, this opportunity comes up, and I'm like, "Oh, this is amazing."
Yeah, I read about it. It was like last week it came out. And I was like, this is kind of like the bridge, but it's a little bit different for different purpose. I definitely think there's more things that can be done with like the frequencies in the brain. I think that's such a cool thing. I definitely think we need to go more into that.
Yeah, it's fascinating. So we have it going, and there'll be all of our news. So the best part is that we're going to get some new stuff so that a lot of doctors and other people will see it. So it'll be easier to go and explain it. And then I should be able to go all over New York. So I've been working also in Florida for it. So the problem right now is that it's kind of expensive. So it has to come through parents. It's not that bad. It's only $995, which if you're actually a more functioning addict and you're in drug court where you have a job, and instead of losing your job or not being with your family, because it's easier. And so many people end up relapsing on the second day of detox because that's when all the symptoms are, and the anxiety, and you start feeling suicidal, and you lose all that like melancholy feeling, and you sweat so bad, and you're just vomiting, and it's just a nightmare. And it stops all that, so you don't have to be afraid. But what we're doing is I'm pushing. We've been working on it. It's not done yet. It was in Senate, and we're going to Albany, and there's a bill. It's 7141, and I'm going with my uncle. I'm going with Michael Lohan and Art Rooney II, who's the owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we're going to be pushing it. And then I got Save the Michaels, and I'm just getting everyone started in politics. So I've been going around and flying to Florida and like going to Pittsburgh and different places, having meetings with them.
Where'd you go?
Which is really cool.
Good job, Katrina.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
That's dedication.
So I've been
you know?
really busy, but at the same time, I'm going around selling like shampoo products, and I go like the clubs at night.
That Philly actually, he is a shampoo
Whatever works.
connoisseur himself.
I dabble in the shampoo game.
Very cool.
You never know
so
what
I
you're
help
going to
with
hear
the
about
alchemy
on
with
this,
Frank, and it's really neat. It's like right connected to the Bad Drips Labs, and it's really awesome. It's more women's stuff. It's not men, but he's starting a men's shaving line.
Yo,
Which is kind of cool, but he can do any shampoos, conditioners. He does small batches if he wants, and like custom ones. And he puts like
That's
for
cool.
me too, because I'm special. He's making me like from Love Spell. He's copied like the scent, and he's putting it in shampoo for me.
Don't you think maybe that you should stay away from these men for a while?
Yo, funny story about Frank and Bad Drip. So I'm in the improv group with Good News and a bunch of other people. So the dude Justin hits me up because he plays elves at Christmas parties and whatnot, and he's like, "Yo, I do elves at Christmas parties. I need a bad Santa. Can you do bad Santa?" I was like, "Bet, I've been training for this my whole life. Let's go." So, and he goes, "Yo, call this number." So I pick up the phone and I call the number, and it says, "Welcome to Bad Drip Labs," and I'm like, "You're kidding me." So I'm talking to the manager, and he's like, "What's your name?" I was like, "It's Tozan." I'm like, "Is Frank around, or does he work there?" And he's like, "Yeah, Frank's one of the owners." So I was like, "Oh, just tell him Oz says hi." So, though 15 minutes later, Frank's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "Dude, it just happened to work out like that. It just a happenstance of people that happen to know people that right place, right time." So December 22nd, I'll be playing Bad Santa with my boy Justin. We're open to do more gigs too, so he's booking all over the place.
Where
And
are you playing
Awesome.
Santa?
and-
Are you not allowed to say?
I don't know if I can really say it, but
Give
yeah.
a hint, maybe? I don't know. Or not. That's okay.
There's wild animals there.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
Yes, I believe there's wild animals.
Wild
Oh no,
animals.
there's not. No, there is not there.
I'm kind
It's,
of wild animal.
I believe
but-
it's at the Improv. At the Improv.
Somewhere.
So yeah, it's one of these comedy clubs. I believe it is. But shout out to Bad Drip. Shout out to my
Is
boy
it something
Justin.
people could Google, perhaps?
I don't know. Maybe.
I wonder.
If you can't Google it, it doesn't exist.
Right.
That's a very good
That's
point.
true.
It is a combined knowledge of the entire universe. When I tell my kid, Google is everybody's brain put in one.
Wow.
I saw Jason Mewes, from like Mallrats and everything out in Buffalo, and that was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I like comedy clubs. It's fun. But so I mean, there's a lot of really cool events coming up. I'm gonna go on Sunday to that Krampus thing. It looked fun. It popped up on my Facebook feed.
Where is it?
Where's that going down? Yeah.
It's in Rochester. Yeah, it's an event. So if you put in Krampus on Sunday, it'll pop up in your event thing, and I'll share it on there.
Yeah, please do.
So it's great.
So Krampus is going on. So when is it? Saturday, you said?
It's Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be out and I'll be able to walk. I can walk and stuff. It's not like I'm crippled. That's why it's so.
You
horrible
almost
being
lost
here.
your leg, you donkey.
I feel
That's
fine.
a wonderful thing to
I
call
have this
somebody on.
fall hazard sign only because I didn't realize the IV thing was connected to a plug, and then I started
You're like-
pulling it, and then it came down on me.
Jesus. So now Katrina needs stitched in her
Oh,
forehead.
jeez.
I was like, I'm just clumsy. It wasn't because of my leg.
I didn't do
Sorry.
it on purpose.
It was like this clapping down.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, jeez.
Awesome.
It was like a good time. And it's fun. But I've been had nonstop visitors, so I feel the love.
So what are they
nonstop,
giving you
and
there?
my
Because you
parents
are really
terrified, so-
giggly. What are they giving you? Because you are so giggly right now. It's adorable.
No, this is how I normally am.
I was going to say, it doesn't sound that
Gary
much
actually
different.
came down. He's helping run the soundboards right now. He came down and he's like, wow, you're actually pretty pleasant and happy. But even when I went to jail, I was making the best of it, and I was making jokes and everything, and I friended everyone else. COs loved me. I mean, what are you going to do, sit there and cry and be miserable?
True that.
Make the best.
Absolutely. Yep.
Did the radio show from in there, and everyone was like, even Dave was like, I don't understand why you're so happy. I'm like, well, what am I going to do?
Right.
Freak
Besides-
out. I'm like, I'm stuck here.
Besides make Jolly Rancher
You find joy.
colored socks.
I did. Festive
Jolly
ideas.
Rancher
Eventually, I didn't have time this year because I'm so busy, but I'm going to start working on it after this Christmas caroling comics.
Are you talking about dying
I already got a
socks
holistic
with
Christmas
Jolly
song. So we had that one episode with the Marilyn Manson dildo that came out. And that's crazy, but if you sing it to, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas, and you're like, I want a Marilyn Manson dildo for Christmas, you can change it all around.
Whoa.
And that's going to be one of the songs.
Leg wounds to Marilyn Manson dildos for Christmas. Here we are. Welcome to Beyond a Pole Radio, WRFCLP Rochester 106.3, RochesterFreeRadio.com. We got Katrina Lee on here.
We
We're
are so
finally-
lucky.
And
We
make
are.
sure you check
We are
out
so
our
lucky.
Facebook page. We're Beyond the Pole Radio, and we also have every episode was updated and it's on YouTube. So it's Beyond the Pole Radio with Katrina Lee on there. And we also are Life Without Shame Rochester. So I uploaded every one of the Life Without Shame videos and stuff they had onto YouTube. So that's like the legend. So eventually, Edwin's going to help us, and we're going to be able to merge and start filming at the same time, like a Life Without Shame Generation 2
neat.
with Beyond the Pole.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So I can't wait. Because he does the Western Traders TV show, so it's
Cool.
easier to get on to Channel 18, too. So.
Love that pawn
I know
shop.
that
It's all the
people-
stuff we were told we were going to do, but our last producer didn't follow through, which is fine.
Well,
It was set up, but, whatever, it is what it is,
Yeah.
But it's coming up. We're going to be on our 2-year anniversary. January 1st was when I started, so I definitely want to
Sweet.
plan a party somewhere.
Yes.
That's
Well,
cool.
I
At
think
one
we
of the
know some people.
clubs. Who doesn't want to plan a party?
You know anybody that can plan a party?
No.
No.
there's
No.
No.
And then Foxy's is actually under new owners. It's no more Vixen. No more. It's not Jen anymore. There's a new one. I didn't get to go over and meet him yet because obviously I'm in the hospital. But it was supposed to reopen this week.
Ooh, a
Yeah, and they're
prestigious
trying to
new
bring it back
gentleman's
to like the old Foxy's. So I want to do some stuff with them with like lap dance reviews and send Paco over there.
No doubt. Paco, you heard that? We got to get you in there, get some lap dances, homie.
Yeah, so they're gonna help sponsor the show, and then we're gonna get like a bar tab and like a free lap dance for Paco.
I might actually go to a strip club if that's the case.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. So I got to check that out. And then it's the Christmas parties are all coming up at like every club. So if you get the Extremely Hot magazine, you can see all the dates, and it's free food, and everyone's a naughty elf or Santa, all decked out with the Christmas spirit.
I took little man to get pictures with Santa the other day, and of course he starts Googling, does Santa bring the presents or do parents? So he's got the little doubt in his mind. So I told him, I was like, the older kids get, the more parents take over, because Santa's got to worry about the little kids and the sick kids and the old people and help them out. And just like you got to help Santa out to do that stuff too.
It's nice that you told him the truth.
So,
Collective effort kind of thing. Yeah.
Right. And he's like, yo, Dad, how do they get all this? How does Santa Claus make it to every single mall? And I'm like, well, see, Santa sends his spies. So these are all Santa snitches. And sometimes Santa comes in and surprises it's a real Santa, but you never know if it's a Santa snitch or if it's a Santa Claus.
Oh, like an undercover boss situation.
Right.
I tell kids in the grocery store, because I work for Santa, and these kids that are screaming and yelling, I'm like, do you know that I'm not supposed to tell you this, but I actually work for Santa.
Not a big deal.
And this is all year round. I'll do it. And he's got people. Yeah, he's got us working for. them. Not me. And it's really funny because you always see Mom mouthing, "Thank you."
I taught him.
See, my former stepson saved up because you saw magazines and stuff for school. You could get prizes.
Yeah.
And he had this camera, and he set it up and this video thing, and he's like, "I'm gonna catch Santa." And then I don't know what happened, but his little camera got smashed and disappeared. So I bought him a new one later.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
It must have broken.
Jesus, smashing kids' camera. Santa's real, mother. Yeah. So
I was like, oh no, I remember some stories with them. I didn't know some of the stuff because I didn't have kids. I'm parenting, so some of it I did slightly wrong. I was great at it, but
smash
he
little
kept
kids' camera.
crying.
Parents don't know until they try.
Yeah, it's all trial and error,
It
especially
has
the
nothing
first
to
one.
do with whether you have them or not. Yeah.
We were watching Chucky or something. It came on a commercial, and he was really terrified of Chucky. And he comes in the room as
Imagine
an excuse to stay up because his dad was out, and he's like, "Chucky's coming to get me. Chucky's coming to get me in the room." And then my wrong response was, "No, Chucky's not going to go to your room. If you're in the living room, it's the closest room to get access. He's going to get you there first."
Yeah. So
Chucky.
I taught little man.
Don't tell kids that.
No.
I learned my lesson.
I taught him how we used to do stuff on East Avenue. So before he sat on Santa's Claus' lap, we went to the cookie place and we put a cookie in an envelope and we wrote, "This is not a bribe." So we walk over. And we're like, listen, we know that you might be Santa Claus and that you also might be one of his spies. So, this guy right here, he got November's Student of the Month. He got an attendance award. And we just want to make sure the message gets to the big guy up north. So here, take this. And there's more where that comes from. And I was like, Tilly, give him the package. So he slips him the cookie. Santa puts it in his pocket. And he goes, "Done deal." Shakes his hand. I was like, yes.
Yes, amazing.
That's how it's done.
That's a good spy.
Yes.
See,
That's a good
you'd
spy.
probably be happier if you got some, mini bottle. It's a little shot, Santa.
That's a good idea. He was a nice older guy. He's like, "Hey, I know they only let you guys do one picture, but you want to take some selfies where you guys sit in a chair and I go behind you?" So he hops behind us, let us sit in the chair. He was giving us buddy ears. It was
that's
awesome. We had a
awesome.
great
It's really
time.
nice.
Yeah, man, it was real dope. But yo, pictures
old
now
Santa.
are $26.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
The smallest package at the mall is $26.
I bet Santa doesn't realize that they're trying to charge people that
And-
much.
and,
'cause
you know,
he would
It's
not be
even
okay with that.
higher for dogs because I just got a new puppy named Booker, and because they gotta dry clean the costume and stuff, so he doesn't have to worry about getting bit.
It's a chicken nugget.
Oh my God.
that's-
So
That's
I'm gonna take my
hilarious.
dogs to see Santa when I get out. It's a special day at the Eastern Hills Mall. It's just easier to go there because it's less popular. And I got a new dog, so my house has become the rejected stripper pet place. So I got one from a girl, the Persian cat, 6 months ago because she moved and she couldn't take care of it because her husband was having a lung transplant and he's not allowed to have cats. So it was the $650 Persian cat with papers. And then I just got a Westie that was $1,200 in the pet store because it was too needy according to her. It is needy. It's the most clingy animal I've ever had. So hopefully it'll calm down so it realizes like it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Right? I can't move, I can't go anywhere, and then it freaks out and like cries at the bathroom hysterically, even if I try going. But since I'm in the hospital, I hope it latched on to my parents. My mom sent me a picture, so I guess when they were gone, because they're in the hospital visiting me, it somehow got the screen door, like popped out, so it must have hit some button, and then ate through the screen door and left all these chunks all over.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa. I never heard of something like that. It like ate metal.
Wow.
Yeah, so he definitely has to be watched. I guess you used to have a crate trained, and my mom doesn't like that, and I'm like, there might be a reason.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm good with that. Do you remember
my
Persian?
dogs are like older, so it's bringing them back to life. But it's also we're not used to having a puppy like that. So I'm like, ooh, this is like at the teething stages. They're destructive.
Nah, I'm good on that. Yo, I had a Persian. We used to shave him into a lion. So he had like a
We're
big.
shaving ours too because it sheds so much.
Cool.
It's like horrible.
Yeah, he looked like he had a big poofy head, like the mane, and his whole body was shaved, and he had like poofy foot paws and like a poofy little tail. So he looked like a little lion running around the house. It was
We have to do that. I never and like my mom like shaved it down completely. Well, she paid someone. We weren't gonna take the risk of shaving.
Hell no! I got scars from
Oh my
cats.
God,
No,
no.
they're monsters. Because it's not just the teeth you worry about. It's just the hands, the claws. Just
Yep, I have two very very
cat scratch
fluffy
fever,
cats, and I have to
legit.
trim them in
cat
the
scratch
springtime
fever.
with scissors. Like snuggle him and take a tuft of fur and cut it. Take another tuft of fur and cut it. He doesn't realize what's happening, but by the time I'm done, he looks
You
ridiculous.
sneaky.
But
sneaky.
otherwise he like sheds so bad that he gets really really matted fur, and it's clearly not his favorite thing. So
Yeah.
and he's really
My
hot.
mom blamed it on me, but I'm like kind of allergic to cats, so I can't really touch it that much. So when she was gone, they were gone in Transylvania, the cat got matted, and then she's like, you're supposed to brush it every day, but it just is relentless. So then she took it to get shaved, and it's so much better. So it's fur all over the house.
So you're allergic to cats, and you have cats.
Well, yeah, it's only at my parents' house. So.
Wait, I think the answer to that, Oz, is of course she
you
does.
do. Yeah, of course. And why wouldn't you,
I like to
Katrina?
walk on the line of danger, you know? I thought I'd just eat a whole bunch of romaine lettuce, too.
Oh,
We should
my
play
God.
some Walk the Line.
I
Ate a
just
bunch
buy
of
in the grocery
romaine
store
lettuce.
dumpster
Is
and,
romaine?
like,
I think
help
romaine lettuce
myself.
is safe again, right?
Yeah, I think
it
so.
is. I said I was going to give everybody romaine lettuce for Christmas, and then somebody was like, "It's safe. What are you doing giving people healthy food?" I was like, "Oh, it's not very."
Yeah,
good.
now it's safe, but you gotta give them like the bad meat that has E. coli. It's
What the
right now, the
hell?
ground beef.
Ugh. Oh man, I eat mad ground beef. Really? Ground beef is messed up right now. Why don't you leave the beef alone, bro?
There's nothing that isn't messed up right now.
God
It's all got
damn
something
it.
going on in some horrible nightmare.
Bro.
It's just crazy. It's like, gosh, how is this happening at these times? You know, are we past this?
The times they are changing.
Right?
You guys ready for some music?
Yeah, let's do music
I
break.
think
All
that'd
right,
be nice.
awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Beyond a Pole Radio. We'll be back after some finally good music from Gary over
yeah,
here.
he's
We had
doing a great
Katrina
job.
Lee on the line. 106.3 RochesterFreeRadio.com. Philly Blunt in the house. Miracle Flow. What,
I did
what?
not write this next song.
Good
All
thing
right,
you
Gary,
told
kick
us
it.
that. Oh,
I get flushed.
I think it's
All right. Welcome back to
We are back.
Beyond the Pole Radio. You can find us 106.3 RochesterFreeRadio.com, WRFZLP Rochester. We're on Facebook. We're on a whole bunch of
Everywhere.
different things. We're everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And with-
They have an app.
we have an app.
There's an
Yes,
app.
you
There's
can-
an
yes,
app for
there's
that.
a Rochester Free Radio app.
Fantastic.
If you go to
Oh,
the
okay.
Play Store, you can type in Rochester Free Radio,
Sweet.
and you can get the app and
That's
listen.
good. I didn't even know that.
It's
So,
amazing.
On your
I'll have
cellular
to add on for
devices?
myself.
It's on my cell right now, which is over there charging. But yeah,
I feel fancier just hearing it.
I know.
That's
I was-
I know
I
we're
was
the
pretty
Armed
blown away.
Forces Network. You can check us there, and we have YouTube. So
very
Oh,
cool.
that's
we
right.
on the Pole Radio
It's on,
Katrina Lee on
that's
YouTube.
right.
You can
Forces
listen
thing.
to
Shout
all
out
our
to the
past
boys.
episodes.
Oh, so all of the past episodes, find Katrina Lee on YouTube. We're all over there. So you
All
can
of
find-
them. So we got the
Wow,
first
very
one,
nice.
a bunch with Roxy Love. We got the
What up,
fight
Rox?
one, or the prison one. The one dedicated to chastity.
Very, very nice.
Yeah,
So,
I'm excited.
when we were on break, we started talking about
I,
domestic abuse.
Oh, darn! I thought we were going to talk about that.
So,
also.
Oz, have you ever been abused by one?
Listen, I have been hit by almost every single female I've ever dated. I'm not saying I didn't deserve it. I'm just saying that I've been hit by basically every single female.
I would
except
abuse
maybe
you, but only
You've
if
been
you
hit
ask
by
me
every
nicely.
female you've been with.
I have seen a guy get hit by his girlfriend in a car twice.
Oh
Two
my
different
gosh,
girlfriends.
it's
Yeah.
crazy. I am just personally, I have to say this. I am appalled by the way people treat each other.
For sure.
Period. Male, female, male, women, men. I don't care. I just
Thank you.
can't believe people have so much disrespect for each other that they're putting
Oh
hands
yeah,
in. It's
We're just,
ridiculous.
Our younger generation's embarrassing. Even like looking at the politics, everyone's just smashing each other apart. And then Bush had the funeral, and it was like disrespect.
Ugh.
You know, it's like what's going on nowadays? It's like depressing.
It is pretty bad. Yeah.
I have to admit, I didn't even know until today that he passed.
Really?
Post office was closed yesterday.
I'm like, what kind of box have I been living in for the last week?
Right?
How can I not
I
know
used to be
this?
like that, but I'm in the hospital. There's nothing to do.
That's
so.
true. Yeah.
No doubt.
Well, you're always just too busy.
Yeah, that's what, and I don't like watch. I really don't watch TV. So, but yeah, I actually went to school for gender violence and global gender studies, and I was a victim of domestic abuse. But I do know it goes hand in hand. Anyone can be abused.
Yeah, see, I got
Yeah.
to the argument the other day. I was saying that I feel in America, in the United States, it's more common for a dude to get hit by a female, and it's just not reported. Domestic abuse usually concentrates on a female, but I feel it's more commonplace that a dude gets abused or hit or some type of violence
Or
occurs to the
bit.
guy
Women tend to
than the
bite.
chick.
And claws. Yep.
Bite.
Claw, we
you-
claw and we
I've been
bite and we
bitten.
pull hair.
Well, I
Shoe
think
throwing.
part of that, like a lot of that, is stigma and the shame involved that
Yeah.
people don't want to be.
I've been
you know,
hit by a
guys
Chevy
don't wanna
Blazer.
report it.
I've been stabbed. I've been hit by a Chevy Blazer. I've been punched, kicked, bitten, scratched. Yeah.
What is it
Yeah,
that
I
you're
like.
doing?
I used to
I
watch
don't
that
know.
show Wives
What
with
is it that he
Knives. There'd be
isn't
women
doing?
who would freak out and they'd stab their like guys, but the guys didn't want to really report it. They'd laugh about it because they're like the baby mamas, so then they didn't know what
Right.
to do.
See, I never
This is
reported
crazy.
it. I got the crap kicked out of me.
Or I think a lot of times there's violence happening to them and they don't genuinely feel threatened. So what's the point of reporting?
I think
it,
the
you know?
reason
Yeah,
that
that's true
it's
as well.
a little bit. I think the reason that it is thought of as a bigger deal when it is, male attacking or whatever a woman, is that in general, as a generality, men are stronger and can inflict more actual, like, real physical
Yeah,
damage.
But isn't that now a social faux pas to say something like that? Or
I
to
don't
Yeah, I don't
know.
think
No,
you
no,
can
that's
say
a
that anymore.
scientific fact of a general, like, it just a generality that, men tend to be more, like, physically strong and, and that's goes way back into our, physical makeup of the men being the, hunters, etc. way back when.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but the
I
way
understand
I'm
that
seeing
it's socially weird,
right
but
now, aren't isn't it looking at females and males differently strength-wise? Isn't that what we're not supposed to do? Because I'm confused. 'Cause people
Oh,
tell
no,
me
I say-
different- I hear things
I
different.
agree
than
with
how I'm
you.
supposed to
Don't
be,
get me
like
wrong.
This and that. Like I just be me, but I get looks sometimes, and I guess I'm not
No, I
fully
get what you're
politically
saying.
correct. It is what it is. But I'm told that we're not supposed to look at ourselves as a stronger, gender than the female gender.
Right.
That way, when it comes to strength or anything.
Well, it's different.
yeah.
So when I was in jail in the Erie County Holding Center, for stuff I didn't do, I don't feel like going into it, but there was a transgender person, and so they had all the female parts. They actually had a surgical vagina and boobs. So she had to be isolated because she
Right.
couldn't go with the men, and then they couldn't go with the women because she had the physical strength of a man.
Yep.
Huh.
So
I mean,
it's
a
different.
medical thing. I'm
That's a
not talking
quagmire.
about
Good way to
like,
get a private room.
Right, yeah, so she had the floor, so then they would let her go around and clean because it was linear bars, so there was like a catwalk. So she would like clean the area just so she could like socialize and talk.
Wow.
And then she got like extra trays of food.
Wow.
Crazy. That's,
Yeah, it was interesting.
All you have
She's
to do
really
is cut
nice. She'd
your
have all these great
junk off.
talks,
It's
and she'd
great.
talk about how she like hook up with all these men who are like drug dealers and stuff on the street, and they'd all like want her. I'm like,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah, it's got to look like a train wreck down
human
there.
race
though.
is fascinating. I gotta
I
say.
know.
Look at M80 and a bullfrog. Like I can't imagine that looking pretty.
You do look pretty.
No, I'm talking about the kitty.
Yeah, I didn't get to
I
see
walked
her,
right
but I
into
saw
that.
the breast, but I didn't see the kitty.
I'm guessing it's like an M80 and a bullfrog. There's no way that thing is pretty looking. There's just no
Right.
way.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's so different. And then I saw Victoria's Secret had that post that they're not going to let transgenders models and
That
plus
made me
size. They're going to
angry.
stick with their form.
Well, I guess that's, I don't know. Part of me says that's their prerogative and people will react accordingly. You
Yeah.
know, but and I'm a plus size girl, so you know, I don't necessarily take offense to that. I don't buy their products. I'm not, interested in their products because they don't fit me. But there are other products out there for me that are lovely. Beautiful
Yeah,
stuff.
they are. Like,
So, I'll give my business to those people.
Exactly. Everything can't be for everybody. And I think that's what people get so butthurt over. Like, not everybody's a 10 out of 10 supermodel. No, it's just not cut like that. It is what it is. There's certain things for certain people.
I feel a little differently about the transgender thing only because it's not about size. It's about that social thing where, if you only want to make, clothes in this, thing of sizes, well, that person who used to be a man and is now a woman fits into the sizes of the clothes that you make and looks great in them.
Sometimes
they
they
know what I
still
mean?
have
That's true.
penises that haven't been removed.
True.
Too, though.
Well, I just mean, you know what I'm saying though? Like,
Yeah, the people have the complete surgery.
right.
If you're a model, you're going to get rejected more
segregate-
times than
you
you're
know,
going to
why-
get accepted.
Why segregate?
There's so many androgynous models now where
Yeah.
they're just like trying to look where they blend in. And,
androgyny is huge right now.
yeah, it's
Guy liner
huge.
holding her down.
Especially like Marc Jacobs and everyone are pulling it through and all the things. So it's interesting. But we had a transgender dancer that was at the club and he still had a penis and he was tricking men. And then we had to get rid of him because it was actually an issue where there could be fights and violence.
Yeah, I can
because
see
like
that.
if the guy found
I just
out.
get so threatened.
And then he kept calling up the club. I'm going to sue you. It's never happened, but
Yeah. I'd be kind of upset if somebody tricked me and had a ding dong.
Right,
Let me know what you got
maybe,
going on. Like, if you got a
Don't
ding
go to
dong, that's
Thailand.
cool. I'm not with it, but somebody might. Cool, do your thing. You just trick me. That's not right.
And then your friends wouldn't let you live it down. You just joke of everything, especially if you didn't know.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, my friends would definitely. I would be one of the friends that set one of my friends up with that, and then get beat up by my friends.
Right. That's actually Frank from the Alchemy was saying they did that to one of his friends, and they're all laughing.
Yeah, I like him already.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're gonna remember. He's great. But
Oh,
yeah, it's different. Times are really changing. All this stuff's acceptable. And 10 years ago, there would be no way.
Yeah, I
And
feel
then
like
you think about it, even 20 years ago or 25, homosexuality was really frowned upon, and gays couldn't get married or anything.
well, that just passed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like gay people deserve that. If they want to be unhappy, just like the breeders, they should be unhappy just like the breeders. You want to get married? Go knock yourself out.
I don't see any
Have fun.
reason not to.
Right.
In
Who
fact, that
gives
was
a
part of
crap?
I was really excited when the law passed. I thought, hey, I would be pleased to marry a gay couple.
Oh yeah, I mean from an event planner
I have
standpoint,
gay best
that's where the
friends
money's
and
at.
everything.
I
Oh,
could
no,
not
no kidding.
afford to be anti. I mean, if any,
No way.
that's the friggin' white whale. If you're an event planner,
For sure.
I am actively trying to do a gay. That's where you know what I mean. The money and the cool things that
I'm sure.
that's where it's at. To think that someone that would be like, no, we're not doing that. That's
crazy.
You just alienated
It's just bad
50% of your
business.
business these days.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, aside from socially really ignorant, it's just bad business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who really cares
Why
who puts
exclude
what
anybody?
where? Like, that's not your business unless you're in the room with them. Who cares? Let them do their thing.
I think it's really people are they feel threatened for some reason. I don't fully understand, but again, it goes down to fear of the unknown, and I don't know.
If you
I don't
fear
get it.
that, it's because you inside your head have some unresolved issues because you might have some homosexual thoughts yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That's possible.
That is 100% what it is. People that are comfortable with who they are and what they do, they don't give a damn who sticks what and where from where. And it doesn't matter. It's not your damn business. Why do you care what people do behind closed doors? Shut up.
I saw a thing online the other day about it was this group thing, whatever, on YouTube called Ladylike, and they do all these really interesting things. And they were talking about I've lost my train of thought. Brain fart.
That's okay.
Yeah.
All right, so they were talking about same-sex marriages. And I feel like who cares, man? And the only people that are threatened are people that have
Sing the songs you
homosexual
wanna sing,
issues.
you know?
that
It's
they
kind of the
unresolved.
same,
Not cool
too.
because-
It's
Oh, she
like-
got it. I was trying to stall.
sorry.
I remember this girl was saying that she was talking about her journey and how she discovered she was not straight. She's like, I'm not necessarily gay, but I know I'm not straight because I've had crushes and attractions to women. I've just most of my life have been dating men, but I don't feel like saying I'm straight is the right thing. And I was like, that is such a simple and like accurate way to, I think, describe an awful lot of people.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed.
Yeah.
The whole, this is your classification, this is what you are, I think that's garbage. Absolute garbage. Like, who cares? Like, really, who gives a damn? I don't think that matters anymore. Thank God we're past that.
I agree.
Now,
No,
let's just,
I
let's
get
just
so
legalize
disgusted.
marijuana and get over with, all right, guys? Come on, let's get this done,
Right.
please. Come on.
Right after my divorce, I was so disgusted with men. I'm like, maybe I try women, and then I realized like women are really crazy. They're even harder to be around. I was like, no.
I have a few friends that say that, like I've said before, like, man, I just wish if only I could just be more attracted to women. And I have a friend who's gay, and she's like, no, you don't want that. Don't beg for that.
Honestly,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's
chicks
I
are
was like,
crazy.
ooh, especially like crazy strippers. I was like, oh god, like could they be my dipping pool? I'm like, oh, I can't do it. Like, they're really nutty.
No.
if
It sounds
man
like you've been
ass
there.
wasn't
You don't want
extremely disgusting to me, if I didn't think man ass was the grossest thing on the planet, then I wouldn't mind doubling my wardrobe. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
You double the wardrobe.
Very
You,
progressive of you, Oz.
I bet you probably get hit on by men a lot.
yeah, but who cares? I think it's a compliment. Gay men, they have the best style.
Just
they
as a-
dress right. They have abs. You know what I'm saying? Like, gay men, they have their stuff together. It is what it is. I think it's a compliment.
Not all of them are like what you say. My friend Brad's gay, and he likes bears, so he likes like fat
Yeah.
men with their hairy.
Yep. Hey, everybody's got a type. There's somebody out there for everyone.
And I feel like people are so sensitive now because they're so afraid to make fun of things and, like, joke about it.
Yeah. No, I agree. Everyone, like, it was all over the news how Baby It's Cold Outside got banned in Cleveland because,
You know, out of all the stuff
And then-
people are
and all the
oversensitive
stations
about,
pulled it off.
I think that is like that one's pretty valid. That song has a really rapey vibe. Like
Which
of all,
one?
Baby It's Cold Outside. Like I mean, of all the things we're way too sensitive about, I'll give them that one. Like
Right.
that's had a rapey
Saying
vibe for a
what's
few
in
years.
this drink?
Yeah, it's got a rapey melody.
I don't know.
A holiday classic. No offense to whoever wrote it. It was a different time, but yeah, you can't.
I actually said that on the weather the other day because I was doing the weather and it was really, really supposed to be really, really cold. And I'm like, baby, it's cold outside.
Oh,
And I'm like,
boy.
uh-oh, I didn't know there was all this controversy going on about it.
So we're running
That's
out
why
of
I
real
watch
things
the
to have
news.
controversy about. So that's what
That's
they're
good.
filling in with now.
Part of me's like, really?
If you go to the live video right now, we got some gay jokes by Mike Wood, and they're kind of funny. So, what do you call a lesbian dinosaur? A lick-a-lot-of-puss?
Oh, God.
And then what do you call...
Oh, dear.
Oh, this
I'm
is
afraid.
terrible.
I'm afraid.
Oh, my God.
Is it offensive?
She's ready
Do
to
I
Another
have
gay
to,
like,
dinosaur.
away.
It
I'm gonna have
is
to, like,
a megasaurus.
oh, for
Megasaurus.
heavens.
You know,
Oh,
it's okay.
my
no,
heavens.
even, like, I
I'll
mean, it's
take
so
terrorist
controversial,
jokes
all
from
this
me all
gay
day. We
stuff.
can trade. It's cool.
What are you saying, Katrina?
It was so controversial, all this homosexuality stuff, and we accepted it. But think about even like interracial couples, like that was something that's so
my
non-existent
God,
that I never
right?
thought
Very
about. And now,
trendy
like,
right
there's
now.
so many.
Well, quite frankly, I'm sorry, but mixed children are
Gorgeous.
the most beautiful children on the
Yes.
planet.
And they were like that before the Kardashians made it trendy, by the way, just for the
Yo,
record.
they're ruining
Oh,
people.
yeah, yeah.
It makes
Kardashians
sense.
destroy them.
You know, let's mix up this beautiful gene pool.
So, Philly, what did we talk about earlier in the stairway? What did I say about...
Oh, Oz, yeah, it's the season for you, buddy.
The whole black women though, damn! Like for a minute, I thought the white girls were winning, and then the black women they came back, fire, straight fire, man. I just
You're hilarious.
Michelle Obama,
Beautiful.
damn.
Beautiful.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then even like
Whoa.
the black men are talking about how white women now we have butts and everything too
Right.
and bigger.
There you go. So far.
Well, I'm sure that there's an awful lot of men of all races that are not opposed at all to the fact that women are getting that curvier women are getting more attention.
Oh yeah, big fat booty or
Oh, it's curvy
like
season.
thank goodness that like beanpole phase is over,
It's-
or at least fading, because real women
Yeah.
are just not shaped like that.
I
Yeah,
think that's
no.
up for debate.
That pencil
I
up
mean,
and down,
everybody,
it seems like an
everybody.
eating disorder.
My point is that every body is beautiful.
Absolutely, absolutely correct.
One
in
way or
different
another.
ways, yes, absolutely correct. Everybody is beautiful in their own way.
Yeah.
And you know, the cool thing about dating out of your race is like I make the happy medium. Like, I'm just dark enough not to be white, but I'm just white enough not to be dark. So when it comes to like driving or getting pulled over, I'm a little more okay than if I was a little darker. Dating, it's fantastic. I can dip in both pools. It's amazing for me.
Apparently, there's only 2 pools.
Well, you know.
Well, yeah, and then there's even racial issues between like light skin and dark skin too. Still, it's like amazing.
It's crazy.
It's like everyone just
I don't
wants to
get it.
bitch and hate each other sometimes.
I think that the most difficult thing about interracial dating is the different cultures. Not so much like the colors or shapes or anything. It's about adapting to different cultures that you didn't grow up with.
It is definitely a different culture.
I dated a guy from India when I lived in Seattle, and I was just like, oh my God, this is so strange. You know, I mean,
that's
he's a
true.
nice guy, gorgeous guy, but I couldn't deal with the fact that he wouldn't
Seattle.
tip the freaking waitress.
Oh my God.
Little things like that. I'm like, I can't. And
We
I'm
need
not
to
saying
have
that
that
was an entire
discussion.
thing, but. And I'm not saying that that's an entire, generalization, but there were all sorts of little things that I was like, I didn't know that that was a thing, you know?
Yes, definitely. We should hold that
Yeah,
topic
I
for next
posted
week.
on Facebook about
The
one
worst
'cause we
tipping
kind of hate
races.
them at the clubs.
So are you going to change your shirt again, Oz?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oz has done. For those that don't know, I think Oz has done about 3 costume changes here,
I'm totally okay with that.
which I
though.
question because this is a radio show and no
It's
one's
been
going
a
to see
lovely,
it. But
hey, all right. Can you do that again, please?
Again,
You
you
do
know
have
what?
a lovely, it's a nice visual.
Well, thank
so
you.
thank you for sharing.
You should thank Noah
Right?
Jobin from
So,
Paramount
Oz, where were
Performance
you the other
over
day when
at
you
Knockout
posted on
Fitness.
Facebook?
Noah Jobin, the best
Noah
trainer. Noah Jobin. He's freaking fire. This
Okay.
dude is the bearded beast. He is a stack house, and he's smart. He's just a great dude all around, man. So if you're looking to get healthy, New Year's come around, hit up Noah Jobin for sure.
I
man.
actually watched his video on Facebook where he's talking about the sodas, how you can drink it. It's like a measure, and how rats were like getting cancer, but they're having larger amounts.
Yep.
It's interesting. You shared it.
Yeah, he is a brilliant dude. Like you think of a big meathead, like
How
yeah,
would
that
you
dude is
spell that
whatever.
last name? Joba?
Jobin.
Oh, Jobin.
Yep,
My bad.
Noah Jobin. Yeah, Paramount Performance. I'm
It
actually
sounds
wearing the
like you
shirt
can
right
look it
now.
up on YouTube too.
Yeah, for sure. You can look them all. His videos are awesome. Every time he puts a video out there, it's always like intellectually done. He does his research and he
sounds
never
interesting.
stops learning. This dude is phenomenal, and I co-sign him 100%.
Right.
He's actually doing Joey Arena now.
Oh,
so
okay.
Joey's getting
Joey
tour-
Arena uses my shampoo, by the way. Another awesome hot hairstylist, vocalist, another local talent, good dude.
Yep, he dropped his new music video, and he's going on tour coming up here soon.
Yeah, I saw that on
very
his
cool.
Facebook. That's really cool.
Awesome.
I'm so out of the loop. I don't know who that is.
Right? No, he does hair for like Rochester One magazine and all the fun
Okay.
stuff.
I'm
So,
like,
Joey, like
He does all
pretty
the
legit
color
flow
things.
on it.
Like I almost thought about getting that My Little Pony hair, but then my actual stylist was like, "No, then I'll have to bleach it out. It'd be so hard to get your hair back to where it was." I'm like, "Okay, I don't
Couldn't
think I
you do,
could
like-
rock it that easy for that long. It'd be like a 1-day thing."
yeah, you could do like the temporary stuff.
yeah.
Semi-permanent
Yeah, it was,
color.
like,
That'd be fun.
wild, though. I was like, "Ooh, let's
According
try
to my
this."
kid,
I could do that for you.
Right?
That would be fun.
I
according
tried
to my
hair
kid,
chalk when it first came out, and that was a mess.
Yeah, it is.
I'm the second coolest person, the second coolest guy in the world, according to my kid, and Joey beats me. Joey is like my kid's hero. Like that's that
All
dude
right.
to him.
Oh yeah, you've talked about him before
Yeah,
then,
for sure.
because I remember you saying that about
Yep.
being your
he
kid's
thinks
hero.
he is the coolest person on the planet. Like when he responds to his messages or like he watches his videos, he's like does his hair. It's so funny.
For anybody that's not in the studio, you should have seen the face that Oz just made. It was like that little kid just beaming. Oh my god, it was great. I actually
That's
wondered if
great.
you were actually 7. You know.
I know, I miss being in there, and I'm not gonna be in next week either. But I'll do the call-in from Tampa, and then I'll have all different dancers talking, so it'll be really
Oh,
fun.
that's fun.
Sweet. Be sure to show my
Stormy
pictures.
Daniels and everything. So this is one you're not gonna want to miss.
I know that now.
Show them all my pictures. Show them all my pictures.
And then I'll
Show
be
them.
back here.
Every one
Sounds
of
like
them.
you're on the hunt.
Would you say like stripping in Florida is kind of like if you get called to go, because I know a lot of strippers that I've learned just from the few girls that I know, they get called to like strip in different places. Would you say Florida is kind of like the all-star game of like stripping? Like if you're stripping down there, you've kind of
They're Vegas and Guam.
Guam is okay. That's a fun one. All right, Guam. That's where they
Big, a
send
lot
the
of girls
exotic
go out
ones.
to Guam and they pay for it, and because you got all the military base, and it's
Oh,
gorgeous
right,
like
that makes
Hawaii
sense.
without the
Doing it for the
tourism.
boys.
And they have like 5 clubs.
Okay, that's cool. I just know
You
it
want to
seems like
target military base, but I love Florida. I went down there a month ago, and on a Monday night, I made $4,000 as opposed to there's no way in
All right,
Rochester
I need
make
to
that.
start stripping.
Yeah.
4 G's on a Monday night. I'm with that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like, why would I not? I sold these
that's
skyboxes, and the same guy's was supposed to be down this weekend for me, so I told him he's going to come next weekend instead. It was a pig farmer from Kentucky. How ironic.
Wow.
He's like, they don't make girls like that around here.
You got a pretty mouth, sweetheart.
Yeah, it was
Oh my
like,
heavens!
oh, wow,
Wow.
that's
Look
great.
at the time.
Wow, yep, that was.
Oh my
But yeah,
God.
it's so much busier, and you get all these tourists like the snowbirds. So while it dies out in our clubs like January and February, it's easier to go
Right.
down there because everyone goes down. It's more tourists because it's warm.
Snowbirds,
makes a lot of
they still
sense.
need their strippers, even though they're retired.
Yeah.
That's right. Everybody needs some skin, man.
And I know a lot of people up here who go down, so it's not even that bad in Tampa. So, and I'm friendly, so I make friends real easy.
Dope.
I like going to bars alone and just mingling and talking to people, or like hotel lobbies.
That's somehow my craziest nights happen. It's like I'm not talking to nobody. I'm gonna go out and have a drink.
I love talking to strangers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think that's
all
one of my
over the
favorite
place.
part of like flying and travel, like the
Yeah,
random
yeah,
20-minute
totally.
conversations, and you'll never see those people again.
What do they say in Fight Club? The single serving friends.
Yeah, yeah.
Single serving friends.
I like that.
Yeah, dope,
And
right?
I've seen that movie, and I don't remember it.
Do
but
one and done. Maybe add them on the gram if they're cool,
add them on the gram.
and then
That's
just
hilarious.
that and fly
So-
away and never speak to them again.
Yeah. Yeah, so next week, Miss Ruby Sparkles, which I remember her as
Beautiful
Peaches, a lot of people know from the Classic Hit for years, is going to be co-hosting. She's supposed to help this week, but she ended up in the hospital with
my
strep
goodness.
throat. Ironically, at the same time,
It's
I was
going
in the
around.
hospital. So.
Tough time to be a
That's the
stripper.
second person I've known
God.
that has strep throat in like a week.
Yeah, everyone's getting sick, but I didn't know this, and all these girls are telling me, like, did you get staph? Did you know you get staph off of stripper poles and stuff? I'm
How
like,
would you
no.
not know that, for the record?
No,
feel like that
I
should
never
be
heard
Makes
that.
common.
And then all these girls are like, I got staph a couple times. I'm like, what the hell?
What are you gonna do? Take a freaking
Am I the only one that's shocked by that?
moist
No.
wipe and
You guys are all shocked by it. Like that. I
What?
feel like that
Yeah, I
should
mean-
be like common knowledge.
yeah, no, it makes sense to me. Like
Yeah.
it makes sense,
But
but
we clean
it's
it
a
with
good thought.
alcohol, but I don't
but
understand.
between every dance,
Maybe that would be a good endorsement
You
for
need
like
bleach.
Clorox
And
wipes
then
or
the
something.
back, they never clean the couches or anything. Like once a year, they steam clean them.
Can
and,
I-
like,
can
you
I
know,
just
it's
give
fluid,
some
so I
advice
shared
while we're
it
talking
with
about
that's a good
couches?
excuse to wear leather pants.
If you're ever in a VIP section, and this is a person that spends time in clubs,
man.
whatever you do, always check in those cushions, because you would not believe the things
Yep.
people drop. I mean, I
Oh,
found
right.
all sorts of treasures when you're
Yep.
in there.
That
Because
makes a lot of
people
sense.
are not focusing on what they're, doing
Yeah,
in there, and
exactly.
the treasures that you could find, and that,
Yep.
some of these couches
the
look like
treasures
treasure
or the
chests.
horrors.
I've dropped probably like a dumpster's full of.
Yeah,
baby
you'll find
batter in those.
iPhones, like, illicit substances. I mean, anything in there. That's a good little personal treasure front for you. If you're ever in a VIP in a nightclub or a strip club or any sort of VIP,
Yeah.
check that
And you know
out.
what else people do? Because I was at Pharaoh's for years and years, and then Madam's before that, and then you go on the ATM. They'll be drunk and they'll get $100 and they'll grab 80 out. So I mean, I found money all the time, $100 bills all over. It's crazy.
Damn, it's
I mean, I
12.
used to go, and my former stepson would go around, and he'd be like all touching underneath the stage and stuff. And I'm like, you can't do that because I don't know if there's gonna be a needle or something. I'm like, just get lights. And he'd be hunting for money and find it once there's coke in a dollar bill. And then he's like, what's this? I'm like, nothing.
That's not a good bring your kid
Grabbed
to
it
work
away.
environment.
It's 12:58, so we're gonna wrap up here. Katrina,
This
feel
is a
better,
great
please.
show. So next week we're in Tampa and obviously Rochester.
Awesome.
Yay.
WRFZ LP Rochester, Beyond the Pole Radio, 106.3, RochesterFreeRadio.com.
There you go.
And we got Philip Montgomery
Thank you
with
for having me. It was an honor.
Miracle
Pleasure to
Flow.
meet you, Phil.
Absolutely. Awesome. All right,
Thank
guys.
you for
Thank you very
listening
much.
to us, and
Thank
check
you.
us out next
Thank
week.
you.
Feel better, Katrina. Love you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.